Nicknamed the King of Cool, Hollywood has never seen another actor like Steve McQueen. From growing up in reform schools half his life, to taking over the world with his box office hits as Hollywood's most famous leading man in the 60s and 70s, Steve McQueen has become quite the pop culture icon, embodying the perfect rebellious anti-hero with a legacy that stretches out over 30 successful films. In this video, we're taking a look at the top 10 Steve McQueen movies of all time.
When I get through that wire, I'm not going to be peeking over fences making math for you guys. By morning, I'm going to be so far away you couldn't hear it if they were shooting at me with howitzers.
Number 10. The Blob.
Would you believe me if I told you there was something inside of that rock we found tonight? Something that could wipe out this whole town?
Considered to be a classic science fiction film, The Blob was definitely far ahead of its time when it was released back in 1958. The film follows teenagers Steve, played by McQueen, and his girlfriend Jane as they come across a weird, blob-like alien that crashes into Earth inside a meteorite and is on its way to destroying their hometown. Steve and Jane are the only ones who have seen this blob causing destruction, and with the police not believing their story, it's up to the two of them to do all they can to stop this alien form. Surprisingly, Steve received only $3,000 for his monumental role in the film, which he gladly accepted as he really needed the money. Despite this, The Blob went on to earn $4 million at the box office and has gone down as a cult classic in the history of the sci-fi genre.
That's why I didn't come in the icebox after. It can't stand cold.
Number 9. The Thomas Crown Affair.
You almost made it.
Almost. Now, another grand.
Featuring Steve McQueen and Faye Dunaway, The Thomas Crown Affair is the quintessential heist film revolving around the life of millionaire sportsman Thomas Crown, who has pulled off the perfect crime and stolen millions of dollars from a bank in Boston. However, the twist comes when a game of cat and mouse starts between the criminal and independent investigator Vicki Anderson, played by Dunaway. McQueen is said to have done all of his stunts for the film himself, including scenes where he is playing polo and driving a dune buggy along the Massachusetts coastline. The film earned $14 million at the box office, with a remake being released in 1999, which just goes to show how iconic it was.
There will be further deposits. In cash. Also. You see, we're both in the same business.
Number 8. The Towering Inferno.
You got about 15 minutes. Now, they want to try something. Want to blow those water tanks 2 floors above you. They think it might kill the fire.
With an Academy Award nomination, The Towering Inferno was the highest-grossing film in 1974, redefining the genre of American disaster films. The film featured one of the greatest ensemble casts in Hollywood history, with McQueen playing the role of Michael O'Halloran, chief of the fire department. The events of the film kick off at an opening party of a grand office building that catches fire, putting everyone inside the tower at the risk of death. Featuring actors such as Paul Newman, Faye Dunaway, O.J. Simpson, Robert Vaughn, and more alongside McQueen, the film is a treat to watch with top-notch special effects, a gripping story, and stellar performances. However, McQueen is easily the face that dominates the screen as his character tries to save everyone despite knowing that the odds of survival aren't that great.
You're crazy. It might. It's the only way. Well, how do you know it'll work? You could kill everybody up there.
Number 7. The Cincinnati Kid.
Nothing. What are you talking about?
You shooter, man. You've been dealing me cards for an hour.
Like hell, No, kid.
Steve McQueen explores his acting range to the max in The Cincinnati Kid, where he plays the role of a young poker player, Eric Stoner, who wants to build a name for himself in the local poker scene. With a gritty narrative and fast-paced direction, McQueen really shines in every scene of the film, providing a realistic representation of the gambling community. The film ends with an intense one-to-one poker match between Stoner and Lancey Howard, known as the Man, who has been a longtime master of the game. As far as poker films go, The Cincinnati Kid is definitely in a league of its own, with McQueen playing the role of the ultimate rebel hero who is in it to win it, but he wants to do it all on his own terms.
You still playing, kid?
No. I'm through.
Number 6. The Getaway. McQueen has proven time and again that he is the perfect man for the job when it comes to a classic thriller flick, and he manages to woo the audience once again in the 1972 film The Getaway, playing the role of ex-con Carter McCoy, who is constantly denied parole until one day when the parole board chief asks him to carry out a heist and cover up a case of embezzlement. However, things go massively wrong, and McCoy finds himself fleeing to Mexico along with his wife as the two are being chased by the police and another group of criminals. This fast-paced movie is one of McQueen's best performances to date, packing a lot of action into a simple plot. Playing his usual no-nonsense, tough guy character, McQueen carries the movie all the way to the end, and his chemistry with Ali MacGraw, who plays his wife Carol, is the cherry on top of the cake.
Kick him over! Now lay down that gutter. In the gutter!
Number 5. Bullitt.
Call immigration in Chicago. Have them wire Rennick's passport applications. I'll get a fingerprint check on Ross, huh?
Okay.
Featuring one of the greatest car scenes in movie history, Bullitt is an action thriller that is guaranteed to keep you hooked until the very end. McQueen plays the character of Lieutenant Frank Bullitt, who is determined to reach the mobsters who managed to kill a witness under his protection. The actor took this role pretty seriously and based it on the real-life persona of San Francisco Inspector David Toschi, who, with the actor, had spent a lot of time prior to shooting. In fact, Frank Bullitt's iconic shoulder holster has also been inspired by the police officer, lending a different kind of authenticity to the film. McQueen's stunts in the film are as realistic as ever. Combining suspense with action and drama, Bullitt has emerged as one of the best action flicks of all time. Number 4. The Sand Pebbles.
Jack, me lose fight. You lose money?
Yeah, I lose money. But you lose ship.
Directed by Robert Wise, set on the fictional location of the USS San Pablo in 1920s China, The Sand Pebbles is the ultimate war film featuring McQueen as the petty officer First Class Jake Holman, who is framed in the murder of his best friend. According to critics, Steve McQueen has delivered one of his strongest performances in the film, as his character sets out on a rescue mission while also trying to prove his innocence. Holman's life gets increasingly complex, set against the background of 2 world wars. With his powerful screen presence and emotion-packed performance, the actor was responsible for one of 8 Oscar nominations that the film received. After filming The Sand Pebbles, McQueen took an entire year off from acting, saying that whatever sins he had committed in his life had been paid for when he made this film. Number 3. The Magnificent Seven.
I didn't say he could. All I'm saying is that sometimes you bend with the breeze, or you break.
Imagine 7 gunfighters are hired by a bunch of Mexican peasants because they want to free their village from bandits. That's exactly the plot of The Magnificent Seven, featuring Steve McQueen in the role of one of the gunfighters, called Vin Tanner, alongside actors like James Coburn and Yul Brynner. Each of the 7 actors playing the gunfighters manages to establish their own personalities in the film, making it an entertainer for people of all ages. With perfectly choreographed gunfights and action sequences against the village bandits, The Magnificent Seven packs a punch in terms of both its visuals and storyline both. Brynner and McQueen dominate the screen as they take a stand for the Red Indians and their right to their land. And while rumor has it that the 2 actors simply could not stand each other while filming, you can barely sense any tension between them on screen. That's what you call great acting, I guess. Number 2. Papillon.
Turn me in, for Christ's sake. I got 1,000 for you.
I didn't hear you.
I said I got 2,000. On me, right now.
Combining history with all the makings of a true drama film, Papillon tells the real-life story of a French convict, Henri Charrier, played by the one and only Steve McQueen. Dubbed as one of the greatest films of all time, Papillon truly shows all the potential that McQueen has as an actor. Despite playing the role of a convict, the actor manages to get the audience rooting for him till the very end as he tries to escape off the island where he is held captive. Exploring Henri's inner state of mind, his resilience, and his desperate need to escape and find freedom, McQueen manages to nail the mannerisms and dialogue as best as he could. Sure, he gets to be the cool guy and act out action sequences, but at the same time, he delivers an emotional performance when his character spends days in solitary confinement, determined to keep trying to escape. Thanks to McQueen's performance and the extraordinary life of the ex-convict himself, the film was a massive success, receiving Oscar and Golden Globe nominations.
They come in a series of 7. The 7th wave is big enough to take us both out beyond the point of return.
Our number 1 pick is The Great Escape.
What were you doing, Bazavaya? Well, like I told Max, I was trying to cut my way through your wire because I want to get out.
Based on real-life events, The Great Escape is perhaps one of the best war epic films of all time. The Oscar-nominated film features McQueen playing the role of Captain Virgil Hiltz, an American prisoner of war held captive inside a German camp, planning an escape attempt. The ensemble cast of the film also features Hollywood legends like James Donald, Charles Bronson, and James Coburn. The Great Escape is also noted for its motorcycle chase and jump scene, which is considered one of the best stunts ever performed. While McQueen definitely has a dominating screen presence, the other actors get their own moments too, making the film a treat for cinema enthusiasts. All of these action sequences, combined with a power-packed and memorable performance by McQueen as the Cooler King, has made sure that The Great Escape is a timeless film that can be watched time and time again with the same kind of fascination. With a rating of 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb, The Great Escape will have you on the edge of your seat for a full 172 minutes.
Well, we sneak out at night to a spot I found near the wire, a blind spot. Then we dig straight down 3 feet, take the dirt, spread it on top so it won't make a pile, and then...
Do you agree with our list? Be sure to comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and be the first to receive new Top 10 videos from Stream TV.